Good morning. I am joined now by Shazia and Atya. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And we're talking about an upcoming event that's related to Je suis Hijabi. Can you guys tell me what is that campaign and what's the link to Je suis Charlie?
Right. The campaign is basically, it's dealing with the identity of a Muslim woman, especially in the light of recent terror attacks in Paris and San Bernardino, and especially given the environment that's developed following that, the distrust and the fear and the concern that the community seems to be sort of like, dealing with. And I'm talking about all segments of the community. Obviously, the attacks, whenever they happen, are horrific and totally unexpected because we expect to feel safe in the world that we've created. And the Je suis Hijabi was basically saying that we are all Hijabi because we are all here as defenders of each other's rights and also of each other's right to be diverse within Canada, because that is part of our strength.
All right, and you mentioned this, that there's a bit of there's some fear and there's some distrust, and there have been some recent attacks against the Muslim community here in Canada, and online there's some terrible comments. How do you react when you see those coming from people in your own communities, in your own country?
I think, obviously, it's very worrying. The point of terror is that it strikes you at your heart. And the worry is that, at all times, if you start becoming disenfranchised from where you belong and where you feel a sense of belonging, then that can sort of like, lead to other causes of harm. And the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at is a very strong advocate of working within Canada and around the world, and dealing with multiculturalism, talking about tolerance, talking about establishing ties between all parts of the, all segments of the community, so that we have shared dialogue and we have shared understanding, so that we can build a better future for all of us.
And you guys have an event coming up to help create some more understanding. And what do you think are some of the, or maybe the biggest misconception that people are dealing with right now when it comes to the Muslim community?
I think the Muslim community at large is about 1 in every 4 people. So it's very difficult to talk on behalf of all of them. I really can only speak on behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Jama'at, of which I'm a member. And what we feel is that the community has to work and show its voice, show that we are strong believers in being Canadians, because that's part of our faith. It's being loyal to your country, as well as being proud of your identity within that country. So that's what we're trying to show here.
All right, and you do have an event coming up, just real quick. It is this weekend. Just let people know when and where they can show up to find more information.
Yeah. It's a coming Sunday, 12:30. It's library, George
Bothwell,
George Bothwell
in the Southland Mall.
Yeah.
And it'll be from 12:30 to 4:30.
Yeah.
And we're really asking Canadians to come out and show their support and show that we won't be shaken by these attacks and by these people who are trying to disunite us, because we know what is important to us and we know how to preserve it. So it's really part of taking a moment to step in a Muslim woman's shoes, to understand why the hijab is such a strong part of her identity, because it's an act of worship.
Perfect. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us this morning.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it too.
Thank you.